Hello, hi, welcome. Hi, this is Christine Crow here. Welcome to the 30-day challenge. This is day 6, and this is all about creating a vision statement for your care business. Now, when I say care business, that's what I specialize in, but I also specialize in other businesses as well. And even though this may relate to care, your business still is a priority when you are looking at creating the business goals for your organization. So today's training, I'm going to be talking about how to create your vision statement. Now, in the week, you created your goals, your vision statements. Now, hopefully you're putting everything together because you should have worked on some of the items that you felt that you needed to work on, for example. So today we're going to be really getting you to take some action today. And what I like to say to you is today, like I said, you're going to be creating your vision statement. You'll be focusing on crafting a powerful vision statement. Your vision statement serves as a guiding star for your business. So offering a clear direction and aspiring your clients and your team as well, because your team members, I'll just move this over slightly, your team members, they also have to be aligned with your vision. They have to be the right person to be in your company. If they're not aligned with your vision, then they're not going to be able to take you to the vision that you've got in your mind for what you actually want. So for example, if you're wanting to hit 7 figures in your business, the person that you started with, for example, in a 5 or a 6 figure business, for example, will not be able to take you to the 7 figures. You're going to have to upskill and get the correct staff members in that are experienced. Now, some of them that start off with you at the beginning are able to take you to the 7 figures because they've learned a lot from you and grown, for example. But even though someone may have been with you a number of years, they may or may not be able to take you to that next vision. And sometimes you have to let people go on that basis because they're not pulling their weight. And that's no good for you, because if other staff members are there pulling up and covering for a particular staff member, then that is not good for you as a company. So I just wanted to mention that. So what is your vision statement? What is it going to be? I would love for you to get a pen and paper out and to just write these down, because I don't want you to miss this. Even though you can watch the replay, for example, I still don't want you to not participate in this, for example. So with your vision statement, it's forward thinking. For example, it's a declaration of your company's purpose and its aspirations as well. So you want it to describe what your business wants to achieve in the future, what the vision is. Yeah, that's why it's called vision. For example, how do you see it? You can close your eyes and you can think about what you would love for your business to be like in, say, 5 years or even 10 years time. Okay, so both the people that you serve need to be in this as well. Who is it that you're going to be serving? What do they look like? What industry, for example, as a whole? Think of this as your why behind your business, why you're doing this, the larger purpose that drives you beyond just your day-to-day. Because this is important as well, because your day-to-day operations is not just about it's your day-to-day, but there's going to be things that you're going to need to also change along the way. So something that you may have done for 3 months or even a year, you may need to change it to up level your business, for example. So like I said, think about what your why is. Now, the next thing you need to think about is the components. of an effective vision statement. So we've got your inspiration, we've got your aspirations, for example. It really needs to be ambitious and inspires you, your team, and your clients as well. So grab yourself a pen and paper, and I'm going to dive into this as well. So you want your vision statement to really stand out. So you need to look at, what is it that you need to become to be the leading provider of personalized care agency, for example, or the company that you want to become. What is it that's going to make you the leading, world-class, the master in your field? Like, I've been in healthcare business now for 35 years. I've been in business for 35 years as well. So what is it that you want to see as your vision for your company, for example? You want to make sure that you're providing enhanced quality so that you've got, for example, your clients have got quality from you, as well as you also getting quality clients as well. So you could say one example of a vision statement is to become the leading provider of personalized home care, enhancing the quality of life for clients through compassion and excellence. So that's one example. Number two could be the impact on clients and the community. You want to highlight how you will make a difference in the lives of those that you serve. One example could be empowering older adults to live independently with dignity and joy, whilst providing families with peace of mind. So there you see, you're including both the carer, for example, the carer within the family or the family member, as well as the person that's having the care as well. What is your unique value proposition? You want to reflect on what makes your care agency unique in the market, what makes you stand out from others. And this will be the same with whatever business type that you're doing. What makes you stand out? What makes you different? Are you disciplined? Do you show up every day? Do you go that extra mile, for example? So reflect on your value proposition. What makes your care agency unique? So one example could be that you are combining technology, cutting edge technology, with also heart-centered to deliver the unmatched service to every client. That's one example. Now, what you could do as well, you could do, for example, follow these steps to develop your vision statement for your care agency. So get your pen and paper out, like I said. You want to reflect on your core values. So what are the most important values that your care agency stands for? What's important to you? Obviously, you would have looked at what the market needs, for example. So one example to answer that is compassion, independence, and excellence, for example. Number two is that you need to envision your future, envision the future of your business. So what do you want your care agency to achieve in 5 to 10 years? One example could be to expand our reach and become a trusted partner in home care for thousands of families across the region. Follow and focus on the impact. So you want to follow up. So how do you want your services to change the lives of your clients and the community which you serve? One example could be that we envision a world where every service user individual can access personalized care and live their later lives with respect and fulfillment. That's one example, but you need to look at this and go through it yourself, because this is your DNA. I'm just here to guide you into some possibly good answers that you could work from to build your answers as well. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk to you about, I hope that you've got your pen and paper as well. So you want to be able to bring it all together. Okay, so we've gone through some examples here. Now you're going to bring it all together. Combine your answers from what we talked about into a cohesive, aspirational statement. An example: to become the most trusted partner in home care, empowering seniors to live independently, joyfully, for example, whilst ensuring every client and family members feel valued, heard and cared for. This is just one example. Don't, say what I say in stone. This has got to be coming from you. So the example of the vision statement for the inspiration is to redefine home care by providing innovative, high-quality service that enrich the lives of seniors and enable them to live with dignity and purpose. To set a new standard in compassionate care, ensuring that every individual we serve feels valued, respected and empowered. To be preferred home care provider, this is where people will choose you first amongst the others, for example, in the community. So you could say in our community, delivering personalized care that fosters independence, peace of mind for clients and their families. So this is like the tips that I'm going to talk to you about next. But before I continue, I would love for you to like and subscribe as well to the YouTube channel so that you can get these updates, because this is a 30-day CEO challenge, and it is for the elite performance CEOs. So some tips here for a strong vision statement is keep it concise. You don't want to make it all over the place and you've lost the plot of where you're going with it. You want to aim for the statement that is clear, memorable, and no more than 2 sentences long. Focus on the future. Vision, your vision statement, it should express where you're going, not just where you are now. And this is how we are in our business. We should not be just focusing on the now. We got to also look at the future of where we want the company to go, and is it growing in that direction of what your goals are? Is this in aligned with what you want for your company? Okay, so I wanted to mention that. You want to make it inspirational. You want to use some really inspirational languages that reflect the passion behind your mission. So what I want you to do is I want you to finalize, and I'd love for you to share your vision statement with the community here. I want you to write your vision statement and post it in the comments or your designated, I can give you my email and you can send it to me, for example, for feedback, and I will gladly look at them as well. Okay, so I want you to reflect how this vision will guide your business decisions and inspire your team as well as your clients as well. Because if your team aren't aligned with what you're doing, then it's not going to work for your organization. They're not going to be in love with what it is that you're offering. So you've got to think about what your vision is It's got to be coming from you, not anyone else. You got to be in love with your vision, and then you got to also talk to your staff members so that they also follow that vision, so that you can deliver the best service to your service users, for example, and your clients, because it's important that we do that, because otherwise we're going to lose track of where you're going in your business, for example. I'm just going to grab my tea. And what I want to say to you CEOs is that we're on day 6. Tomorrow is going to be day 7. And if you haven't watched the videos from day 1, then look at all of the videos, go through it, so that you're working on this week's items that I talk about here, because it's important for you to do the mindset work as well as the habit work, as well as the goals, and as well as the mission statement, as well as your time plan, for example, as well as your actionable goals, for example. We need to make sure that we've worked on that so that we're then able to work on this, because this is where they all come together and form the formula for your organization for building the now as well as the future. So like I have got here, which I call it my success plan, and I've just dropped my pen there. So this is a ring binder that I've got here, and it's called my Success Intelligence ring binder for 2025. I've got my 365 day goals that I want to achieve. I've got my quarterly goals. I've also got my 90-day goals. I've also got my weekly goals and my daily goals. And this is all in a ring binder. I'm old school. I like to see things, and I like to write things down to see where I'm going, because sometimes you could get led off of track for whatever reason, or you could have a challenge that comes up that is there to try, and you may think it's derailing you, but it will be an opportunity for you to grow. You've got to look at it as, okay, this has happened to me. Yeah, okay, right. What can I do to overcome this obstacle? What opportunities is there for me to grow and develop to become a stronger person? We get hit with all kinds of challenges, tragedies, but it's how we bounce back. It's how we push forward with no matter what we got going on, because at the end of the day, if we're not living our true purpose, then we're going to feel empty inside. We're not going to be happy. So what I want you to do is to fill your cup up first, and that's why I covered this week has been focused on mindset, focus on you building your strength within you, and that comes from within. Like I mentioned yesterday about the butterfly doesn't appear as a butterfly, right? So what happens again is that the butterfly is in the cocoon and it's wriggling around and it's trying to, grow, and so it kind of works up, and then what happens is that this liquid, it dissolves itself. It literally dissolves itself and is reborn. It transforms into a butterfly. But it comes out of the cocoon and its wings are coming out, and then it spreads its wings and then it's able to fly. And this is how we should see ourselves as a CEO, is that we are transforming and we are growing and developing and getting stronger. We will be hit with challenges and pain and things that you may think will hurt you, but actually It's going to make you stronger. You know, it will, sometimes it does seem difficult, but look at it and see what opportunities you can get from this, because it could be a learning curve as well, you know. So look at it to see if there's something that you can get from this and learn from this and grow, because I want you to grow. I want you to be strong enough to run your own business, to be a CEO, to deal with challenges. And yeah, there's going to be difficult days, there's going to be difficult times, but we have to overcome those challenges. And the key is that we are focused and we've got our plan, we've got our action plans, we know what our goals are, we know what our mission, and we're working towards the stages to get us to that level of mastery, that level of world class. That's what we want. As I'm in the 5 a.m. club, Robin Sharma, you know, he has the book, which is behind me here, the 5 a.m. club. And tomorrow what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through the books that I've read to help me to overcome obstacles and challenges and push forward with my business, because I'm certainly never going to stop, because this is my dream. It's something that I had built in my mind from when I was 15 years old, walking down the road with my father, Marcus, walking down the road, holding his hand at 15 years old. And I said, Dad, I'm going to be a millionaire. I didn't use the word millionairess, I said millionaire. So that you and Mum don't have to work 2-3 jobs. My mum was a nurse and she worked 2-3 jobs. My dad was an engineer in Leicester, and he was doing night shifts. He was a foreman in Leicester at Brush Factory. It's not going anymore, obviously, but we work so hard. We work so hard for other people, and we deal with their challenges. Look, think about what I'm saying here. When you go into work, there's challenges at work, and you overcome them, don't you? And why is that? Comment, why do you overcome that? But yet, when we're doing our own business, we give up. Some people give up, should I say. I'm not saying that everybody gives up, but people tend to give up when they should push forward, just like they do in their job. When there's a problem, you know, you go into the workplace, oh, there's a problem today, we need to overcome this, that and the other. We're having a staff meeting, and then everybody strategizes, don't they? Or they're being told by the director or the manager, for example, what needs to happen, and then they allocate who's going to do what, for example. So we need to think the same. We need to think the same in our business, because we're going to be faced with these challenges, and you can't give up. Just because if you can do it for your workplace, you can certainly do it for you. Definitely. You're doing 12-hour shift for someone else. Imagine what you could do in your own business when you're doing it for yourself. That 12 hours, when you're working for yourself, that 12 hours goes by so fast. It really does, trust me, that sometimes it will end up being 14 hours because you're so engrossed in it, you're so into getting your business right for you and your family and for your loved ones, to leave that legacy and to help the community and to help the service users, for example, or your customers, or to help lift one another up to become the best that we can be, to become the best version of you. That's what I want to see for you, so that we're all being at our best. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lady on YouTube. Her name's Doe Dash, and I've been watching her for a number of weeks now. She's amazing, you know, and she's a Christian, and she talks about really motivational things as well. But what is also has sort of come forward to me is that when she's on YouTube, that she's just speaking from the heart. She's just speaking truthfully, you know, and we need to be able to push forward and do what we want to achieve, because time goes fast. And believe it, from me, I'll tell you, it goes fast. From when I was 15 years old, holding my dad's hand, to when I had my first born, to the time when I was like with my husband who passed away, of 28 years I was with him for. I'm remarried, happily married, but my husband, when we was talking, when we was building this business that I'm doing, because I wanted to be a coach, we wanted to move to Cyprus. 15 years it took me to move to Cyprus. I wanted to be a coach. That took me 30 years, actually 20 years to be a coach, for example. I've been a coach now for 15 years, you know, because I wanted to ensure that I understood about things. You know, I'm not a newbie. I've been doing this a long time, and I believe it, coming from me, I enjoy what I do because I'm working for myself. I would never go back to a 9-to-5 job again. Never. Don't get me wrong. The only 9-to-5 job that I really did enjoy was when I was working for the law firm in New York, in Broadway. That was an amazing job. But due to domestic violence, I had to leave America to come to the UK. But that job was amazing, for example. But I'm here now, and things happen for a reason. I do not regret anything that's happened in my life. I do not regret, because it is part of who I am, and it's bringing me to my future self. And this is how I see things. I look at things and I think, right, what would my future self do? Is that in alignment with my future self? Is that integrity, what I'm doing right now? Is this a good thing that I'm doing? Am I helping my future self, for example? Is this good for humanity? Is this good for the community? Is this good for the project that I want to build, which is, you know, I have a vision beyond my vision, that I want to build a legacy, a charity that I'm working on as well. So I look at all of these things, and when I make a decision to do something, it's in alignment with my future self. I literally ask my future self, and I talk to my future self. Does this feel right? Is this where we're working on? Is this what we've been talking about? Is this changed in any way? If so, why? Because sometimes you may think you're going down a certain path, and what happens is an opportunity comes up, and that opportunity is in alignment with what you actually want for your future self. God's plan. I always say, God's plan. God will lead you. And God also knows in your heart what you're thinking. And God also sees when the door is closed, that no one else is seeing, your true self. But your true self also needs to come from within, and you've got to grow from within, and then it comes outwards. But you've got to look after and grow your inner self so that your outer self will be in alignment. And that's why I've been talking about the mindset, integrity, truth, trustworthiness, honor, love, compassion, respect. All of these things go hand in hand for your future self. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and tomorrow I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I'm going to be talking to you about my books that I read, which has helped me with my entrepreneur spirit, my CEO spirit. And if that's something that you are interested in, please join me tomorrow, and I'll talk about my books that I've been reading, so that you can also get inspiration and also get the books as well that you want to get as well. And this is one of my t-shirts. It is the Build Your CEO Muscle t-shirts, the Divine Matriarch, the Rise of the Divine Matriarch, for example, is here. But I'm also getting t-shirts done for 30-day challenge, CEO, elite performer. So I will be putting the merch here, okay, in my 30-day challenges on each of the videos here. But I just wanted to mention that to you. And what I really, and these t-shirts are really comfortable, by the way, they're very comfortable. But what I want to say to you is that I would love for you to be here tomorrow. If not, you can watch the replay, of course. And we're going to do this. It's for 30 days. And I can't wait for the next day, which is tomorrow, for me to go through the books with you. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I appreciate you. God bless. And take care, and do like and subscribe. Watch the videos as well on my channel as well, because I've got plenty of content. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been on YouTube, must have been since 2013. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Take care. Thank you. Bye.